Freddie,
What the freak, dude?
what is going on?
Seems like you're really quiet right now.
Yeah, I don't know why our intro didn't play, but
Whatever. I would like for you to start speaking into the microphone so the people at home can hear you.
So, as you guys know, it's been a while, and Freddie went to Africa, right? And I missed you.
I miss
a lot.
you too, buddy.
Well,
I wouldn't say a lot.
no, I mean, here's the thing. When you're gone,
You long for me.
Live from Pompano Beach, Florida.
there's the intro.
Nice.
Perfect, right on cue. But yeah, so Freddie went to Africa, and as I was saying, when you're gone, I truly do miss you, and I did bring you a little gift for Christmas. It's an early Christmas gift.
You wrapped it in a hoorag.
I wrapped it in a extreme kayak fishing hoorag. Now,
Nice.
for the people that are listening on iTunes and not watching the show on YouTube, can you explain to them what I created for you? Now, before I give it to you, what I've been doing to relieve stress is I've been going to a pottery class. And
Your life is so stressful that you need to go to a pottery class.
it's actually very stress relieving. And I want you to, I made something for you.
Don't have any stress.
Here, I made something for you, and I want you to
So
open
for
it.
everyone, I'm opening what is for sure the
Right.
oldest extreme hoorag there is.
Probably.
I'm pulling. I feel a handle.
Yes.
There's definitely a mug in here.
I made it by hand. So I want you to explain.
Like, it is beautiful. I will be honest with you. That is beautiful.
Yeah. So explain it to the people that can't see
cub.
it.
What does
It's-
MB mean?
It's a mug.
What does MB mean?
My boy.
You did not make this, did you?
Yes, I did. I made it. And
What
look,
does MB mean,
there's a little heart
sir?
with little berries.
Explain what MB means.
I'll tell you after the show. It's personal.
You made this for someone else, and
No.
you're giving it to me.
No,
you made it for someone named Michael Bennett.
I made a few of these because, like I said, it's a huge.
And you gave me the wrong one. The one that says FY is at your house.
Yeah,
I'm not-
I
I'm not-
gave you the wrong mug.
I'm not
I'm
unappreciative.
sorry
right
about
now.
that, but I made a few.
Okay.
So I'll give you the right one. We'll switch it
All
out.
right.
But yours has a heart just like that.
So
one.
this one has a heart with 3 little berries.
Right.
Are those berries?
It's a friendship thing. Yeah.
Okay. No,
Do you like it?
I love it. Yeah, it looks
Merry
good.
Christmas. Yeah, you could drink beer out of it.
Can you drink out of it though?
Sure. Yeah.
It doesn't have like lead paint from
No,
China.
I mean maybe. Who knows?
Chinese lead paint?
No.
Did you do the whole like
Yes. It's pretty, right?
ceramic what do you call it?
Correct.
You fired it?
Yeah. You ever see like Ghost? You know when they're doing the ceramic
This
thing
doesn't
and
look anything like what was in
well, that's how it's made, sir.
this. Oh. Well,
So,
it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so we'll put that with, hey,
Yep.
no
Thank
problem.
you.
I'll put it
I
with our other
appreciate it.
alien stuff right here in the front. So let's talk about your African trip.
Africa.
Now, just so people know, Fred, you fish out of a stealth.
Uh-huh.
And you're very close with the guys over there, and you actually work with them, right?
Yep.
Okay, and you sell the stealth kayaks here
Yep.
in the States.
Yep.
And what's the owner's name again?
Brett Challoner.
And he invited you over there, right?
Yep.
To go fishing for
Well,
what's
what they have there is pretty much all the fish we have here plus
we know you didn't catch anything, but just talk
Yeah,
about what
no,
they
no.
have.
I mean, it's
right.
not
We'll
the-
talk about that later in the
that's
show.
beside the point.
Right.
Goes without saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have pretty much all the fish we have here, with the addition of like giant trevallies.
Okay. And
Pretty much
explain a
everything
trevally.
Wahoo, mahi.
Wahoo?
Wahoo.
Is that a type of wahoo?
Yeah, wahoos.
Okay.
Like why?
Is that like a
catch
South African thing?
No.
Okay.
They call them wahoos.
Right.
Weird.
Okay. What
They
else?
do call ribbon fish. What do they call ribbon fish? This is the best. Walla wallas.
Walla wallas.
That's a ribbon
Okay.
fish. Walla walla. And they use it for bait. Would you ask me? Oh, the fish. Giant trevally. It's just like, it's like imagine like for those people who live here in Florida, it's like a Jack Crevalle, but like just way, way bigger.
Huge.
Like a big, yeah.
Now, I remember you showing me pictures of these things, and they look like, to me, they kind of look like a monster African pompano almost.
It looks like a
They got
big
yeah,
yeah,
like a
yeah.
big head.
But imagine like it, like 3 times as wide as an African pompano. So
Right.
like, you can get a big giant African pompano. That'd be like a 60-pound
Okay.
GT rather than a 25-pound.
And what kind of gear were they telling you needed to bring to fish for these fish?
So I was popping with a
you were what?
popping.
Okay.
So that's the primary way to get them.
Right.
When you doing a kayak, you don't have to go overboard. I had a 6500 Slammer 3.
Right.
With like 50-pound braid and 80-pound leader.
That's it.
Yeah. You need heavy tackle when you fish for them off the beach or when you fish for them
Off the beach.
Yeah, or off the rocks, yeah.
See, I'm picturing you going like offshore.
We were going just beyond the break.
Okay.
So the waves would break right past the back line is where the reef kind of sort of the reef edge is. That's where they like the reef. They're not really, you don't find them in deep water, really.
So they're more like a wreck fish.
If there's wrecks, yeah, but I mean they hang out
Or
at the reef
structure.
and the rocks. Yeah, structure. for
Okay.
sure. They
So
have big schools of them.
So, like, tell me the whole story, man. Like, the whole story about Africa. I know you lost your passport. For people that were following Fred on Facebook, like myself, he went through quite an adventure over there.
Here's what happened with the passport. So, you go we flew into Durban,
Okay.
which is where the stealth factory is and all the guys live.
How long is that?
How long is the flight? Oh, Jesus Christ. I was on the flight with 2 layovers. It was like 35 hours to get
You're
there.
still jet lagged.
I'm still a little jacked up.
You
yeah.
look tired. You look like crap.
Thanks, buddy.
My God. I just, no, it just hit me. Like, you really,
I just didn't sleep like for the whole entire 10 days. Like,
right.
I maybe
could see
averaged
that.
an hour or 2 of sleep every night because it was like hot.
Yeah. No AC,
No
right?
AC, no screens in the window, so the bugs were gonna get.
Oh, God, that's the worst.
And the windows you had to keep open, so like you're just basically outside. I mean, it was obviously a lodge or a cabin,
Right.
but no screens anywhere.
Okay.
So we land in Durban, and then we drive straight up to Mozambique. It's a different country, so you drive through the border, and they just now got a paved road. So we go like maybe 20 miles up this paved road.
Right.
And in Africa, the further you get north, the warmer the water gets, closer to the equator. So you go north from Durban,
Right.
and we're in Mozambique. We're at this place called Ponto Macumbo. It's like literally when you take a right off of the paved road, it's 37 miles down this dirt road, like through the African bush. And like immediately when we turn off, I showed you, there's like giraffes and
Right.
elephants everywhere. There's just animals everywhere. Wild ones. They're not like,
That's unbelievable.
it's ridiculous.
I mean, you're just driving down this road for
And
what,
there's a-
35 miles, and then you'll see like a giraffe just
pack of rhinos like
wow
posted up, or like a school of, I mean, not a school, but like a herd of kudu or
Right.
water buffalo, wildebeest, all those. I saw them all.
That's unbelievable.
It was really crazy. And the giraffe I showed you, he was like 20 feet from the car, 10, 15, he was like right there.
So they're not really like scared of people.
Yeah, they are.
They are
definitely-
scared of people.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but a lot of them are territorial, like the elephants. Like, you don't want to get.
Oh, I heard they'll charge you.
Yeah, the guys got charged the day before, 2 days before I got there. They got charged on the way in, and luckily they were able to go forward.
And this is all before you went fishing.
That's before I.
This
even
is
got
just
there.
like traveling to the spot.
Yeah, it was worth the trip. Like just getting to the place.
Okay.
And so you get to Mozambique, and there's like this lodge, and there's a bunch of like stealth guys there. There's probably 6 of us, I think. Yeah, there's like 6 or 7 of us.
Okay.
And we rented this like lodge, and the other part of the lodge was taken up by these surfers, who were just super cool. That one kid's dad owned the lodge there in Mozambique,
Right.
so they ran it, and like every day, dude, these kids are out surfing, spearfishing, and fishing off the boat. And I showed you the boats are like tiny; they're like 13, 14 footers.
Yeah.
And they launch them off the beach, through the surf, fish, come back onto the surf, just balls to the wall, straight up.
Now you mentioned surfers. Let's talk about the surf.
Surf's big, yeah. It was actually small while we were there, but it's big. It was like 6, 8 feet every day.
Say that again.
6 to 8 feet.
Okay.
That's 6 to 8 feet.
That's
it's
huge.
big every day. It's big.
I mean, is that the norm though there,
No, it
or
was
is that seasonal?
It
Like,
was
what is-
calm. It was calm.
So that's considered calm.
It was small to them.
So the
yeah.
norm in South Africa then.
probably 8 to 10, I would guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
And
That's
what I learned is that you can't
Wow.
you couldn't get out in any other thing but like a rigid, long, skinny like.
well. I mean, this
There's like
is-
a couple of other brands, but Stealth is. I mean, when I say there was 45 of them lined up on the beach to get through the surf, there was 3 things that weren't Stealths there.
and this is why basically they were created was to go
Yeah,
through
yeah, because-
these surfs.
Otherwise, you can't go fishing
Man,
because there's very few like protected bays where you can kind of get out past the surf without
Right.
going through it.
well, you were saying that even the boats launch from
They all launch from the beach,
the beach.
from the actual beach, because there's no like they don't have an intercoastal waterway.
There's no inlet.
There's no inlets. Like there's very few inlets. And
What about
harbors.
dockage and all that? I don't understand. Like,
I mean,
there's
they
no.
have these big like every now and then, like in Durban, there's like one port, and it comes in like an inlet, and then it kind of goes into like a big lake.
So there's like a big port.
But that's not where they fish. That's not where they all,
right.
Like, they'll go to the fishing spot. They'll drive 2 hours to drive 20 miles down a dirt road.
Jeez,
it's crazy, dude. To just get beat up, man. I mean, I showed you that. I posted like the wind that day was 25 miles per hour and 10-foot seas, and there was 40 guys out there punching through the surf that morning.
So would you say that South Africa is basically the Wild West of kayak fishing?
I think that they probably have. I mean, I haven't fished in Hawaii, obviously, or whatever, but
right.
I mean, when it was really slow, it was like bad. When this trip was bad, and there were probably 50 mahi caught none of them were under 10 pounds. They were all.
I saw the pictures. Yeah,
they were all big. Even the one I caught was big, and it was little. It was
you caught one? You caught a fish?
I caught a mahi.
Okay. And what else?
And a giant sand shark.
That's pathetic.
Which is allegedly coveted over there. So
you went all the way to South Africa
to catch a fish.
To catch a mahi that you catch here in South Florida.
Yeah.
And a giant sand shark that we catch in New Jersey.
You catch those in New Jersey?
Yeah. They're kind of a trash fish. We call them dogfish.
That's not a dogfish.
Is it not a dogfish?
No.
I don't know.
It's a sand shark.
Well, are you sure? Mm-hmm. Okay.
It looks like a guitar fish or a guitar shark.
Right.
But it's a different species.
And that's all you caught?
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
How did you feel about that?
I didn't feel bad.
I mean, listen, the experience is great.
Yeah, I didn't feel bad. I felt fine. As soon as I saw those hippos, I was like, well, this trip's worth it.
Do you think it's like a luck thing with you?
I don't know. Everyone will
before.
catch fish right in my face, dude. Like, literally, dude. Well, here, I did, to my defense, I did not want to keep. Well, the first day we were in Vital, well, first of all, no one caught fish in Mozambique. Nobody caught fish.
So it was just off.
It was dead. Like the water was just too cold from what they. That's what the locals are saying. Like the water's just too cold, and the fish are somewhere else. So
okay.
In Mozambique is where they catch those big kingfish.
The big kingfish, right?
Yeah.
Which are amazing. If you guys haven't seen these kingfish, where can they go to see those? They can go to the Stealth page,
Stealth
right?
Kayaks, yeah.
Yeah, you can go check them out on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. But these fish are, these kingfish are really amazing.
Big. So one of the kids caught one of those off the boat. It's probably 30 pounds.
And that's a small one.
Yeah, that was the only fish, really. I mean, they were catching these other weird, like, sort of snap. They look like big grunts. They had a name for them, and they were super yummy. But it looked like a grunt. Like, it literally looked just like a grunt, but it was huge, like 20 pounds. Some sort of snapper.
Okay.
But yeah, so because the first day in Vital, I caught a mahi. The second day, I went out with a different, like, I wanted to go deeper and catch, because the mahi wouldn't do, when I tell you they're 300 yards off the beach. Like,
right.
That's where they fish for them. So there's like, go to this bait spot that everybody knows, everybody has in GPS, catch bait, throw a bait out, get a mahi. That's what you do. But I was trolling my sabiki for bonitas, like daisy chains and little sabiki, like big sabikis for bonita, like little bonita.
Okay.
And I was trying to go deep with a bonita and get a wahoo or something, because I mean, I'm like you. I could catch mahi here. I don't want to waste my trip. So I wasted my trip. But there's
nothing like wahoo.
Yeah.
Right.
I wasted my trip trying to find. I didn't waste it. I mean, it was still cool.
I mean, you saw some amazing animals. I mean, tell the hippo story. You were telling me about that a little bit.
Well, the lodge in Cape Vital, the lodge we stayed at was like above this lake. When I say above, it was like maybe 25 yards down, like a little hill.
Right.
Huge lake. It was huge. Like you could see the other end, but it was like really far away, and there was trees and desert.
Right.
And full of hippos, dude. Like all day long. There's probably 30 hippos on the bank right behind my room.
I don't know if people know this, but hippos are literally like one of the most dangerous animals on the planet. They kill more people than sharks, right?
They kill more people than anything in Africa. I don't know about every other country, but they definitely kill more people in Africa than anything else. It's what happens is like,
and they're so fat and cute. I just want to like hug it.
They're not cute. That's the thing. It's like,
what are you talking about?
The cartoon ones? No, the baby ones that you see on Facebook. When they get in the bath, then they look all cute.
Right.
But here's the problem. If you get between the water and the hippo, like it's going to run over you.
Like just
yeah, because
stop.
they have to like be in the water to keep their skin wet.
Right.
So if you get between them in the water, they think you're trying to keep them from getting back to the water. So
Right. It's like a standoff.
Destroy you.
Yeah.
It's not a standoff. It's more like
They'll just run you right
beatdown.
over.
Yeah, they just smash you. So
So they're outside of where you're
so
staying.
there's this big, and it was thick
lovely.
brush, so I don't think they could get through. But the first night I was there, I like walked out of the lodge to my room. It's pitch black. There's no noise. There's no sound pollution like at all.
Right.
I mean, there's no lights for miles, and our generators went off at 10 p.m. So everything was black. So I go to my room, which is like, I don't know, 20 yards down this little path. And about halfway, I start hearing these noises, dude. And I'm like, ran straight back into the thing. And I'm like, dude, someone's going with me.
What are you hearing?
I can't do the noise, but it's like this like snorty, gurgly noise that I was just like, it's either like a bush pig or like a hippo.
And you're just walking to your...
Yeah, so I like ran back, and I'm like, dude, I'm like,
You ran?
Yeah, right. I sprinted back into the room. I'm like, who's going with me?
That's great.
Brett and Joe are just like, dude, come on, you're being a bitch. So I grabbed this giant chef's knife.
I would do the same. I would literally
Like,
have
dude.
a Rick Grimes hatchet
Yeah.
and like
I was ready to go
a
after
samurai sword with
I
me
carried
and
that
just
thing
walk
all over the
around.
place.
Yeah.
It was, dude, I don't know. After they told me stories of the hyena that like,
Ripped apart some guy,
I just
right?
pulled the guy out of his tent and smashed him and ate him.
Do you guys hear this?
They eat it.
This is
They eat you.
unbelievable.
Those animals they're not just like, oh, I'm going to kill you. They like eat you. They consume your body.
It's like saying like, yeah, I'm gonna go fishing in South Africa, and then like,
Get that junk.
my buddy got eaten by a hyena while we were on a trip, and then my other buddy got stomped by a hippo.
Or charged by an elephant. I mean,
it's.
and the problem is like there might not be a car for 8 hours. Like, dude, you're out in the middle of nothing.
And what happened with your passport?
Oh, we didn't lose the passport. Joe was just trolling. What happened was I rode in with a guy.
Right.
Everyone was already there. So they had someone who was waiting for me to get there. So I got there. We drove to Mozambique, and then I left all my stuff, my phone, my my wallet and my passport. I left it all in his glove box because there's no locks on any of the doors or anything.
Right.
So we could lock the truck. So I left it all in the glove box. Well, they finished the morning session before we did, and they left that morning. And he grabbed my phone and my wallet, and he left it on the table, but he didn't see my passport in there. So he just forgot to pull it out. So what happened was, like, at the beginning of the game reserve, there's a watchtower or something.
Right.
So we just left it. He just left it there when, I rode out. And
Did you freak out?
no. I mean, I was like, what are you going to do? What are you going to freak out? I mean,
You know me. I'm a stress case. I'm doing ceramic stuff now to deal with it.
what do you do? What? Walk me through the most stressful part of your day. Sitting in the car, texting and talking on the phone.
No, see, so what people don't get
on?
is when you run a business, what's the best way I can describe it? So it's up and down. You know what I mean? The one day you feel like you're on top of the world. The next day you're like, oh crap, how am I going to get through the next day? And then the next day you're like, holy crap, I'm on top of the world again. But it's always, like waves up and down. It's never kind of like an even ride. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it gets a little stressful. So you got to find ways to, deal with your stress with hobbies and stuff like that. And I think I found a new little hobby.
Did I ever show you my ceramic bowl?
No,
Really?
no.
You ladies and gentlemen, stand by. I'm going to go grab my bowl for Joe.
Oh, get out of here.
And we're going to compare them.
And wait,
Mine has the proper initials on the bottom.
listen. I made a few of them.
Okay, let me go get it.
You're
keep
really
talking.
gonna go get it.
You keep talking.
I will.
He's going to keep talking to you guys.
I can't believe you're going to really get
Tell him
it.
where you went to
You're unbelievable, Fred. But yeah, I just, with the thing about South Africa to me is, with those stealth kayaks, the surf there, like Fred was saying, 8 to 10 feet. That's unbelievable. When we did the Sailfish Smackdown, what was it, last year, we were battling 4 to maybe 6, and that was scary. So I can't even imagine having an event there with something like that. Whoa, look at this bowl, huh?
What do you know about
This
that?
is nice.
Now, to be fair
Right.
to Joe, because I'm not going to...
People are going to be like, why are you talking about bowls? I want to hear
No,
about
I'm
South
not gonna
Africa.
pretend.
Okay.
What I did was...
Right.
I attended a place where you only glaze it. So I
Gotcha.
didn't make the bowl.
Right.
So your bowl is well made in comparison to mine.
Mine is a lot better.
Because some professional made this,
Right.
and I just painted it. But it does look
It's
stunning.
cool.
I mean, it does look fabulous.
But mine with the heart and the berries
I'm not mad at it.
is,
I'm just saying it's not mine. It says MB.
well, that could stand for anything, Fred. That can stand
Yeah, it
for
doesn't
my boy or
buddy.
Max, Bart. Does that make any sense?
It could stand for I got this at a thrift store. That's what it could stand for. It might as well have a Goodwill sticker on it if it doesn't have my initials.
Keep turnover says made in China.
Yeah, dude. So the surf was big, man. I got crushed. Like Scott saved my life. Brett is very funny. Like they have this sport called life saving.
Right.
Like from childhood, they're all in it. So like you learn how to be on the water. I think you have to be like 6, but we went there. His daughter was like, it's like little league football there.
So these guys literally train from a young age to go out, battle the surf, learn the elements.
Yeah.
Wow.
They learn how to like rescue people from the surf. Wow. So like even the shitty paddlers are like the best paddlers compared to us.
Jeez, man.
So one day coming in, the first day, was it the first day in Mozambique? I can't remember. Dude, I got cleaned up by this wave. Like,
You just got destroyed.
I got destroyed. And the problem is like you got to hold onto your paddle and the ski goes flying like 40 yards away.
Right.
And now I'm in this surf and I'm wearing someone else's PFD because none of my shit got all lost at the airport.
And it didn't fit you, right?
So, dude, it was so dangerous, bro. Like, you don't know it's dangerous until you realize, like, it's above my head. Like, it's floating above my head, and I'm sinking into it. And so I'm, like, having to pull myself up. But waves just keep coming in. They're huge. They're not like little waves.
They're relentless. They just
don't stop, And I'm like, okay. So I remember thinking, like, all right, don't panic. I've been in the water before like a million times. Like this is the problem is if I panic. So I just like kind of just pulled down the vest, waited, and
you're just floating
swim
there.
towards my ski if I can get it. But if I don't make it, I mean, I'm going to end up at the beach
Oh yeah, it's just gonna
I was
crash.
in for the it might have been 40 minutes.
Oh my god.
But Scott was there. I grabbed onto his ski and he paddled me in.
What about the sharks? Speaking of that, is there a lot of sharks in the surf?
I don't know. I mean,
it's South Africa.
In the
I heard
surf,
isn't there
I
like
know
tiger sharks there and stuff?
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean,
oh my god.
I wasn't worried about sharks. I was worried about drowning. I was truly worried about drowning because, the thing didn't fit me. And I just like rolled over my back and I was like, all right, this is it. I'm just going to calm down. I'm going to relax. And if I make it in, I make it in.
Man.
If I don't, somebody will come and get me.
So let me get this straight. All in all, South Africa,
It was dope.
killer animals.
Mm-hmm.
You almost drowned. You got a fish, right? 2 fish.
I got 2 fish.
You saw 5 to 8 foot waves in the surf.
Oh, yeah.
You got pummeled.
I got smashed.
You
Joe got smashed every time.
you heard a crazy animal and ran off in the dark.
Yep.
That's
You know what they don't have there?
what?
Bigfoot stories.
Really?
You know why? They have real fucking monsters.
That's true.
They don't have to make up monsters because they have real ones.
What about UFOs?
I don't think they have those, dude.
We got to get Brett on here or Joel.
Brett's coming, I think, in January.
We got to get him on the show.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
He's coming in to get the shipment from Texas, and then we're going to come.
Do you think it's possible to have kayak tournaments there? Is there kayak tournaments
They
there?
do. They have them. The problem is the money is like the differential in the money.
Right.
It's crazy.
Sponsorship is probably...
It's just the value of their money is awful.
Yeah.
So if you offered, if you had a tournament there and you could take 5,000 US, that's like a fucking fortune for them.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like 5,000 US is so much money for them.
Yeah.
And so usually when they have their tournaments and the payouts are like, they end up equaling somewhere like around $1,000 or something. I don't know.
Right.
But they do this cool thing. This is a really fun one. I
Okay.
don't know if you could find a sponsor just to sponsor this one. This is really fun.
Right.
Where they, I think Brett actually invented this for the tournament, but they do this first fish back to the beach division. So like, if you go out and catch a qualifying fish and you rush back to the beach, you win a prize, like whatever it is.
That's pretty cool.
$500 prize or whatever.
Right. Now, how many people fish these events?
A bunch.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them. They're big, dude. They're big. They're just not big money because they're big. I mean, on a regular...
Bigger than here.
Yeah. On like a
What?
Thursday, dude, there was 45 of us.
That's not bigger than here.
On a Thursday?
Oh, you mean
hanging
like
out,
just hanging
and
out?
they drove fucking 2 hours to get there? Yeah, I mean, like they go when it's
Alrighty, let's go to South Africa. Time to put on events. Here we go.
The thing is, there's no weather wouldn't be a factor.
Yeah, because
They
these
just
guys
go
are
in
used
anyway.
to it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
go in no
the
matter
guys here. I mean, it's a different world, man.
You could have
Although they are getting better and better, I think, with the weather here.
with our exchange rate, you could spend half the money, and just the outcome would be ridiculous. Like the weigh-ins would be ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sure. Right?
But they do.
But
they don't have the same sort of like.
structure.
They don't have the same disregard for fish that we do. So they're not going to all bring 5 kingfish back.
Gotcha.
To weigh in.
Well, we don't do that.
We catch as many as we can.
No, 2 eligible.
No, I meant in general. Like they're not going to bring in.
Oh, you're saying
Like, they could
all of them together.
Yeah, they're not
Okay,
gonna,
I got you.
like if everybody. So the way they structure their winnings is like the first person. It's like the first person with the biggest fish. And even if you have the second biggest fish, you
That's
may not win
weird.
second. It's something weird. I'll have to get Brett to
Yeah.
explain it. But it's definitely different. But it's in the name of like everybody not bringing back 4 or 5 fish at a time.
Sure, I understand that. I mean, look at the sailfish tournament.
It's just different cultures have different sort of things, you know? So like
Of course.
they wouldn't bring back, 4 mahi and a kingfish.
Right.
Because everybody could do that, really. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
not everybody. I mean, on that day when there was a lot of us, there was a lot of mahi caught. Like,
Yeah. I mean, you and I
lot.
agree, though. I feel that what makes an event is the show, right? So, like, bringing fish back.
You couldn't do that.
Yeah, see,
You couldn't do the show. The only main reason is because, A, there's nowhere to do it. I mean, like, you're literally out in the woods, dude. Like,
Yeah,
there's no civilization at all.
right.
It is for sure, like, I'll put up some videos of, like, the drive out there. It's
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure these people want to see. I mean,
Yeah, I will. I just haven't. I've been so tired, and I like literally went from. I came straight from Africa, and then I started moving,
right,
and then school,
right.
and now I'm like on my off day.
And how bad was the jet lag?
I mean,
You're still feeling it.
It wasn't
I could
really.
tell.
It wasn't really jet lag. It was like from the moment I woke up on the Thursday that I left.
Right.
I woke up at like 5 a.m. to go to school. Then I went to school all day long. And I went straight to the airport. My flight was at midnight. I didn't sleep on that flight. I landed in London and like
Oh, my
at
God.
like 8 a.m. I hadn't slept at all. So yeah, I was up for probably 36 hours. It just started off.
Right.
I just never caught up. I was tired and miserable pretty much the whole time.
You're
I
always
really
tired
was.
and
I was
miserable. What are you
tired.
talking about?
I was so tired.
Fred is so.
Jeez Louise. Frickin' MB.
I'm
here.
tired, obviously. MB and
Yeah,
Frank.
Mike Bravo.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
But you've been cranky. Fred has
Yeah.
been so cranky. It's been unbelievable. I send him a text, right?
Tell me what you guys think.
No, listen. So I send Fred a text and I'm like, listen, I'll be over there. I'll be on my way in 25 minutes to your place before we do the podcast.
When you say on my way.
On my way in 25 minutes. And then Fred snaps back.
I said, what does that
with
mean,
like
Joe?
this paragraph saying, just like all mad and pissy. And I'm like, okay, buddy, I'll be,
I just want Joe to speak in English. Like,
Wow.
on my way in
You are
25.
cranky, man.
On my way in 25, really?
Man.
But does that mean you're on your way?
And I gave you a present
And
that
you're
I made
being-
with my
you did
bare
not make that,
hands.
dude.
With my bare hands.
I mean, you did not make that.
Unbelievable.
Wait, what's Maria's old name?
What?
What is Maria's maiden name?
I can't tell you that.
You lying
I am not
son
going
of
to
a
say that.
bitch.
Let's put this back.
This you made for Maria. Maria? Did you make this for Maria when you were in kindergarten? You did, didn't you? You son of a Maria B.
I'll let you keep guessing. Just
No, because it's some German word.
It's not a German word. All right.
I cannot believe you
Well,
gave
it
me
doesn't. I still
your
do.
pregnant wife's cup.
Yeah. Speaking of that.
Honestly.
Speaking of that.
You gave me your
She is
pregnant
more than
wife-
halfway. Can you believe that? I'm going to have a little girl by the Summer Slam series.
What are you going to do?
Be tired and happy and excited.
You're going to be so tired.
She's going to be awesome.
You're going to be more tired than me.
You think so?
Yeah, because you're not going to sleep at all.
I don't really sleep that much, though. I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, you do.
What are you talking about? You sleep all day.
You go to sleep at like 8 a.m.
I go to
8
sleep.
p.m.
I go to sleep at 8, but I'm up at
right.
like 4.
Well, that doesn't matter. You're still sleeping for like 13 hours.
Well, guys, we're really excited because I don't even want to talk about that.
I mean, but they are having a baby, so there's that.
That's very true. But we're really excited because for the second part of the show, we're going to cut this one off because we wanted to talk about Africa with Freddie. But for the second part of the show, we're actually have a special guest coming on. And I am super excited because I look up to this guy. And when I started extreme kayak fishing, I took a lot of what I created and mixed it with what he created. And his name's Jamie Bunn. And he runs the Blue Water Movement Tournament Series. And he's awesome. I mean, it's a multi-million-dollar tournament. It's the largest, I'm pretty sure, in almost the whole world. It's huge.
I'm going to fish it in the kayak.
You should.
I should not.
Yeah. But we're super excited. So he's going to be on part 2 of this episode. So we're going to end it here. So stay tuned. And we love you guys.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Jamie will be in pretty soon. And we'll upload probably both of these back to back. What do you think?
Yeah, probably so.
You think so?
Should be easy.
Should be good? Yeah.
He's looking at me like he doesn't know how to edit now. He learned how to edit.
I'm learning a lot lately.
He learned how to edit, and now he's looking at me about the
what are you
podcast
talking
stuff.
about? You know.
Bro, it's time for you to take over the reins.
Do you see how cranky he's been since coming back? It's unbelievable. You're even getting gray in your beard.
No, I'm just getting a beard. It's fancy, right?
God, man. You need like a happy pill or something.
Did you just say a happy ending?
You're a weirdo. All right, guys. Listen.
All right, we love you.
We love you. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll be filming part 2 in the next few minutes.
Yes, sir.
See ya.
Holla.